Hi and welcome. Thank you so much for making the time to watch this webinar and to find out more about our CPCAB Level 5 Attachment Psychotherapeutic Counselling Diploma. I'm Jo and I'm the founder of the Level 5, and as well as having a thriving private practice, I have the privilege of supervising and teaching. I've been working with attachment theory for about the past 10 years now. And I had the honour of training with the wonderful Linda Cundy, whose work and teachings I deeply respect. Linda's insights have profoundly shaped my understanding of attachment, and I'm passionate about passing on that knowledge to others. My goal is to help others integrate attachment theory into their practice in a meaningful and impactful way. And I'm really excited to take you through this course discovery of why I believe that understanding attachment theory can transform your practice. Just imagine having a pair of powerful night goggles that can give you an attachment lens to look through and to help you decode your client's deepest emotional struggles and relational patterns. You really get an insight into your client's internal world at a deep level. Looking through the attachment lens, you can see the attachment defenses that have been employed for many, many years, and the hurts and the wounds that lie behind those defenses. I believe that attachment-based psychotherapeutic counselling gives us as therapists the tools to get to the root of our clients' struggles in a holistic way. I'm sure we've all had clients who repeatedly sabotage relationships, or struggle with trust and emotional intimacy, or feel deeply anxious when alone, but push people away when they get too close. These patterns aren't random. They're wired in from early attachment experiences. By understanding attachment styles and using our attachment goggles, we can effortlessly pinpoint the source of these struggles. Working from an attachment perspective, we can build deeper client relationships. We all know that therapy isn't just about talking, it's about creating safety, trust, and connection. Clients bring their attachment wounds into the therapy room, and whether they realize it or not, they're testing whether you can be a secure base for them. With attachment theory, you'll know exactly how to meet each client where they are, helping them feel safe to explore and to create real healing and change. So many clients are carrying hidden wounds from early attachment disruptions, either from neglect, inconsistency, rejection, or other things, other experiences that may have happened. And these experiences shape how they see themselves, how they navigate relationships, and how they regulate their emotions. So attachment theory isn't just a theory, it's actually a roadmap to deep emotional healing. And by integrating it into your work, you'll be able to help clients rewire old patterns, build healthier connections, and step into a new, more secure way of being. Understanding attachment enables you to tailor your therapy for maximum impact, because different attachment styles require different approaches. And when you get this right, your interventions become laser focused and incredibly effective. So, for example, for avoidant clients, we need to help them safely access emotions and to start to open up. For anxiously attached clients, we need to facilitate them to be able to learn to self-soothe, to set healthy boundaries, and to start to be able to think. And for clients with disorganized attachment, we need to work in a wholly different way again. So with an attachment-based approach, we can help clients transform their relationships. So often people come to therapy because of relationship struggles, whether it's romantic partners, family, or friendships. Attachment theory gives you the key to helping clients break free from toxic cycles, to stop chasing unavailable people, and to build truly secure, fulfilling connections. And as part of our training, you also get to supercharge your own growth as a therapist. Because here's the thing, your attachment style influences you as a therapist too. Ask yourself these questions. Have you ever felt overinvested in saving certain clients? Or emotionally drained after some sessions? Or triggered by specific client behaviors? Understanding your own attachment blueprint makes you more self-aware, more resilient, and more effective as a therapist. Attachment theory isn't just a concept, it's backed by neuroscience. It connects directly to how the brain develops, how emotions are processed, and how lasting change happens. Integrating attachment-based psychotherapy means you'll be working in sync with the latest psychological and neurological research. Mastering attachment theory isn't just about learning, it's about transforming the way you work. It makes therapy more insightful, effective, and deeply rewarding for you and for your clients. In addition to all of the above, this course has been mapped to scoped column B for anyone wanting to apply for accreditation, and the case study that you write in term 2 uses the same criteria as the accreditation process. So, how much time is this going to take? By investing 1 day a week in this training, we will provide you with an incredible opportunity to transform your skills, to deepen your understanding, and to gain life-changing insights that will elevate your practice. What's really amazed me as I've taken therapists through this training is the feedback that we get on how their practice is growing. Students at the beginning of the training report that they only have 1 or 2 clients, and halfway through, they seem to be sprouting clients. I don't know why that is. I'm just going to put it down to the universe. So I guess this is a bit of the uncomfortable part. How much is this investment going to cost you? To invest in you, your business, and your personal development, the cost of this training equates to approximately 1.5 clients per week. So that's a day of your time and a small amount to gain so much. For up-to-date course costs or any offers, please take a look at our website. To ease the burden of this investment, we offer an interest-free payment plan. And this can be tailored to suit your needs. But essentially, you're going to make small monthly payments that chip away at the cost of the training. Of course, there is also progression after level 5 of applying for accreditation and also getting into column B for scoped. And then if you want to expand your practice even further to working with couples, to being a clinical supervisor, to understand religious trauma, and to take part in some research, then our level 7 postgraduate diploma in attachment-focused psychotherapeutic pathway to clinical mastery has also been mapped to column C for scoped, and you would be able to apply for senior accreditation. So now I would just like to take you through the structure of the training. So we use a file share program called OneNote, and it's literally just like a portfolio. If you see these tabs across the top, literally imagine that that's a paper portfolio, if you like, on its left hand on its side. And each of these tabs pertains to a week of the training. So anyone that's done a CPCAB course before will know that you'll build your own portfolio. And again, we use OneNote to do that. And it's instant file share. So your tutors can see your work, and you can see when your tutors have marked your work instantly. So if I just take a look at these tabs at the top, this first tab is all your course documents. So this is the documents that you use to build your own portfolios. And then we start with the week. So intro week, and then we have the theory week. And you'll see that all of these resources are available to you. I don't want to scare anyone. There's a lot of resources here. These resources are there for you to augment your learning if that's what you would like to do. But there is no expectation that you will read or watch all of these resources. However, at the end of the training, you get to download the whole of this resources file and take it with you forever. So as we go through, you'll see that the first few weeks are really about mastering the theory. So we start with theory, and then we look at mind-mindedness, and then we look at the neuroscience. And you'll see every time I click that these resources all change. So for every single week, there are lots and lots of resources to help you. And then we go to defense and affect regulation. And then we look at the adult assessment interview and how you might use that in your own private practice and your own assessment process. And then we look at inner working models. And then we turn our attention to working with dismissing attachment, and then preoccupied attachment, and then unresolved attachment. Then we start to look at attachment in relation to some of the most common presenting things that we see in our therapy room. So attachment and depression, attachment and anxiety, eating disorders, addiction, trauma. And then we have a session on ethics. And then we do a case presentation. So you will present your clients to your peers and your peers to you. And that's a really rich learning. It's almost like group supervision on speed. It's a very, very useful practice. In term 1, you write an assignment, an attachment and loss assignment. It's a 3,000-word assignment. In term 2, you present your case, but you also write your case study. And as I've mentioned previously, this case study can be used if you want to apply for accreditation. And then in the third term, we turn our attention to attachment through the life cycle. So we look at the attachment needs from birth to 3, from 4 to 11, then adolescence and adulthood. Also in term 3, you present your own attachment story. Now, this isn't a written piece of work, and you can present your story in whatever way you prefer. But basically, you do a case study on yourself, if you like, and you present that to your peers. So you get to learn all about your peers' stories, and they get to learn about your stories. And then finally, we come into land with attachment and dreams and endings. So that's the structure of the course. As well as having the portfolio to build, you need to do 50 hours client hours. That can be online, face-to-face. You need to have a monthly supervision, and we recommend that you have at least 45 minutes of that supervision with an attachment-informed supervisor. And we have a list of fully trained attachment therapists on our website. And as well as that, you have to have 20 hours of personal therapy, again, with an attachment-informed therapist. So I hope that that answers some questions for you. If you have any other questions, by all means, pop an email, or you can arrange to have a call with us to discuss the course content further. But I hope you've enjoyed this, and we really hope that you will apply for our training. Have a great day.